Signs: a girl loves you but is trying not to show it. Not every love story begins with a grand confession or a dramatic declaration. Sometimes love hides in the smallest details: a glance, a silence, a nervous smile. And when it comes to women, especially the emotionally intelligent, independent, or guarded types, those signs can be even more subtle. Not because the feelings aren't strong, but because they are. And that kind of vulnerability? It's scary. Today, we're diving deep into the signs a girl may love you, even if she's trying hard not to show it. Through the lens of female psychology and emotional behavior, we'll uncover what's hidden beneath her words, her actions, and most importantly, her silences. Sign 1, she notices the smallest details about you. When a woman is in love, even if she's trying to hide it, her attention sharpens like a radar. She'll pick up on things about you that most others miss. Your favorite snack, the way you furrow your brows when you're deep in thought, the little scar on your wrist from when you fell off your bike as a kid, she remembers. Not because she's trying to impress you, but because she's emotionally invested. In female psychology, attention to detail is a powerful sign of emotional connection. The brain filters information based on relevance. So if she remembers your coffee order, your favorite band, or the fact that you had a job interview last Thursday, it's because you matter to her more than she wants to admit. But here's where it gets deeper. Sometimes she'll bring these things up in casual conversation. Didn't you say you like your tea without sugar? Or, you looked stressed today. Was it something at work? That's not just care, that's emotional intimacy. She might downplay it with a laugh. She might act like she just happened to remember. But it's intentional. Subconscious, maybe, but intentional. Psychologically, this shows that you've taken up space in her mental world. She's mapping your patterns, your moods, your likes and dislikes. That doesn't happen with just anyone. It happens when someone is trying to be close, even while pretending to stay distant. Her noticing the smallest things about you isn't just a sweet gesture, it's love disguised as curiosity. It's the soul paying attention, even when the ego is trying to pretend it doesn't care. Sign 2, she gets nervous or awkward around you. We often think that when someone's in love, they'll be confident and flirtatious. But for many women, especially those trying to hide their feelings, love makes them nervous, awkward, tongue-tied. If she's usually composed around others but fumbles her words around you, laughs a little too hard at your jokes, or plays with her hair when talking, those aren't random quirks. They're psychological tells. Her body is betraying the feelings her mouth is trying to hide. She may look away quickly when you catch her staring. She might overcorrect, acting colder than usual right after a moment of warmth. It's a tug-of-war between her desire to connect and her fear of vulnerability. Carl Jung once said, "What you resist persists." In this context, the more she tries to suppress her feelings, the more obvious they become in her subconscious behavior. She may even tease you playfully, mock you lightly, or challenge your ideas, not out of disrespect, but as a protective mechanism. She's trying to build a wall, but ironically, every brick she lays is covered in fingerprints of affection. Next time she trips over her words, bumps into you accidentally, or blushes when you compliment her, don't dismiss it. That's her inner world slipping through the cracks. She may not say, "I love you," but her body might. Her awkwardness isn't rejection, it's resistance, and resistance, when it comes to love, is often the clearest sign that something powerful is happening beneath the surface. Sign 3, she finds reasons to be around you, even when she doesn't have to. She could have sat anywhere, but she sits next to you. She didn't need to walk by your desk again, but somehow she does. These aren't coincidences. They're gentle gravitational pulls. When a girl loves you but is trying not to show it, she finds excuses to be in your orbit, not in a dramatic, obvious way, but subtly. She might ask you for help with something she could easily figure out herself. She'll initiate small talk, offer to share something, or randomly show up where you are, without making it look intentional. Why? Because proximity gives her comfort. It allows her to feel close to you without having to say anything out loud. The heart is clever like that. It seeks connection without confession. In psychology, this behavior aligns with what's known as approach behavior, actions people take to subtly move closer to the object of their affection. It might be masked under casual excuses, but it's still movement toward. Pay attention to patterns. Does she show up at events she knows you'll be at? Does she linger even after a conversation has ended? Does she position herself where you can see her, hear her, or talk to her easily? She may downplay it with a casual tone. "Oh, I didn't know you'd be here," or "I just happened to be passing by." But the truth? People rarely wander into the same space repeatedly by accident. If she finds reasons to be near you, Even when there's no obligation or logical reason, her heart is speaking, softly, indirectly, but sincerely. Sign 4. She remembers things you forgot. You told her. Think back to a random moment where you shared something minor, a childhood story, a favorite movie, a silly fear. Then weeks later, she brings it up, and you pause, wondering, how did she remember that? That's not normal memory. That's emotional memory. It sticks because you stick. Women, especially those who are emotionally guarded, often show love through retention. They listen with their hearts. And when a girl loves you, she stores your words like treasures, even if she acts indifferent. She might bring it up at the perfect moment. Didn't you say you love this restaurant? Or, you mentioned you used to have a golden retriever, right? These moments seem small, but they're deeply revealing. It's not just about remembering facts. It's about holding pieces of you, cherishing them, even when she's not ready to admit how much she cares. This kind of recall is a window into her emotional investment. It shows that she's not just listening, she's connecting. And in that connection, she's loving you in silence. She may never say, "I've been thinking about you." But when she recalls things you forgot you shared, her heart is doing the talking. She's building emotional intimacy brick by brick. Quietly, carefully, but undeniably. Sign 5. She's supportive in ways that aren't loud. You may not notice it at first, but when you look closer, you'll see she's always in your corner. She encourages your ideas, defends you in subtle ways, and cheers for your wins, even if it's just with a quiet smile. Some girls don't love loudly. They love in the background. They ask how your big meeting went. They send a meme that only you would laugh at. They don't interrupt your story, they listen. Support in female psychology is often a form of emotional offering. She's saying, I care about your success, your peace, your progress, and even when she's trying to hide her deeper feelings, that care slips through. She might help you prepare for something, celebrate your small victories, or gently challenge you to become better. Not because she wants credit, but because she wants you to win. That quiet loyalty, that's not friendship. That's a quiet, unspoken kind of love. When someone is secretly in love, they show up in moments others miss. They offer strength without asking anything in return. Her support isn't loud, but it's constant. And that's love trying not to be seen, but felt. Sign 6, she gets jealous, but tries to hide it. Watch her carefully when you talk about other girls. Does she go quiet? Does her tone change slightly? That's not just curiosity. That's a ripple of jealousy. Even if she's trying hard to hide her feelings, her emotional body reacts. Her eyes might harden for a second. Her energy might shift. It's subtle, but real. She might try to play it cool, joke about it, shrug it off. But inside, she's burning, because the idea of you being close to someone else, someone who could take the space she secretly wants, is painful. Psychologically, jealousy isn't just possessiveness. It's often a reflection of deep emotional investment. If she didn't care, she wouldn't feel threatened. She may change the subject quickly, or she might suddenly act more distant after the topic comes up. That's not indifference. It's defense. She's trying to protect her heart, to keep her feelings buried. But those small signs of jealousy, they're the soul flinching, a soft protest. She loves you. She just doesn't want you to know yet. So when she reacts, however subtly, to the mention of another girl, recognize it for what it is. Not drama, not insecurity, but love, trying to hide behind a mask of indifference. And sometimes, the greatest love stories begin with a silence that speaks louder than words. So if you're wondering whether she loves you, look beyond her words. Watch her presence, her pauses, her patterns, because love, when it's real, always leaves a trace, even when it's trying not to.